Hello kids. So we are here to solve, in this video we will learn how to solve factorizing the given quadratic by splitting the middle term. So, and also finding its roots. Roots are the x-intercepts and they are also called zeros of the quadratic. Okay. Basically a quadratic is in which form? Ax square plus bx plus c, and this is a quadratic expression. Okay. Now if I write equal to 0, it becomes a quadratic equation. Equation equal to sign should be there. Okay. And if the same thing, if I write as fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, when I write it in this form, it is not a quadratic equation, but it's a quadratic function where x is the independent variable. Okay. And when you put any independent variable, you get the complete value of the function. So you can also write the dependent variable as y and write this quadratic function as ax square plus bx plus c. So these are quadratic functions and they are in standard form. And why do we call them quadratic? Because it has a highest degree 2. Okay. And they are quadratic and the variable is x. Okay. I hope this is clear. So now you know what is a quadratic. You have to focus on A, B and C, okay, for splitting the middle term. Let's see. So in our video in examprep.world, we have given you these 10 questions for practicing for splitting the middle term. Out of these questions, I will try and show you, I will try to do few of these questions which you can learn and do the balance of them. Okay. So the first question is x square plus 6x plus 5. What do you have to do here? Look for a. What is a here? 1, because there is nothing here, is 1. What is b? B is 6. And what is c? C is 5. Right? Now what you have to do, look at a, b and c. So multiply a with c. A into c is how much? 5. And what is b? Is positive 6. Now look for two terms, two numbers which multiply to give you 5 and sum should be 6. That means what I am telling is p into q should be equal to 5 and p plus q should be equal to 6. Look for such numbers. Now what are those numbers? Is it 5 and 1? Yes, it is 5 and 1. So I can split this middle term 6x in two forms, which is 5x plus x. 5x plus x is 6x and 5 into 1 is 5. I hope you got it. Now, once we have splitted the middle term, our job is very easy. So we can write the whole expression here. Now, what do? We can take something common from here, first two terms. What is common? X into x plus 5. Now, what is common here? Nothing is common, so I will just write 1 x plus 5. Now, look at this sentence. X plus 5 is in both the places. I can take x plus 5. So, I will take x plus 5 times x plus 1 equal to 0. And we have got our factors. Okay. So not only see this video, but also do it on your own. So that will only help you in becoming expert in factorization. Okay. So now we have the factors and we are asked to find the roots, right? When something multiplied by something is 0, then either one of them is 0. Okay. So what we should take? X plus 5, assume that x plus 5 is 0, this part. So can we move 5 there? We move 5 there. So it becomes x equals to negative 5. Or otherwise, this one should be 0, x plus 1. If x plus 1 is 0, then x should be equal to negative 1. And you get your roots of your quadratic by factorizing using this method of splitting the middle term. Now I will do few more questions. This is the next question. Take down this one. Pause the video, take it down. Then let's do this question. Here, look, what is a times c? 2 times negative 20. So we want two terms, P into Q should be negative 20, and what is the middle term? B. So our P plus Q should be equal to negative 3. What are those terms? We want, no, this is not negative 20, we want negative 40. So we want two terms which multiply to give us negative 40, and the sum should be negative 3. So let's find those terms. Take prime factorization of 40, 2 20 times, 2 10 times. So 2 5 times, 8 minus 5. So we get our numbers. See, here we have 8 and 5. So if I write minus 8 plus 5, those are our numbers, right? So let's split this as negative 8x and 5x. Add them, you are getting negative 3. Multiply 8 and 5, you are getting negative 40. Okay. So now let us write the expression here. 2x square minus 20. What's common here in the first two terms? I see that it is 2x is common. 2x times x is 2x square minus 4. 2x times 4 is negative 8x. Okay. And here, what's common? 5x minus 4. Correct? 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Now what's common? X minus 4. So x minus 4 times 2x plus 5. So we got our factors for this particular quadratic. Now finding the roots, it's always equal to 0, 0, 0. So equate x minus 4 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0, x equals to 4. Second time equate 2x plus 5 equal to 0. So x will be equal to negative 5 by 2. Clear? So my request again and again, you pause the video, write it. So writing is the best form of practice. Okay. The two questions I have solved here. Let me see if I can solve two more. So these questions are also from the set of questions I have given for practice. So let's try and do these questions. Here, negative 2 into negative 15 is positive 30. So we want two numbers, P into Q should be positive 30, because negative times negative is positive 30, and P plus Q should be equal to 13. So very simple, 10 and 3, 10 plus 3 is 13, and 10 times 3 is 30, right? So we can split this as 10x and 3x. 10x plus 3x is 13x. We write minus 2x square here, and we write negative 15 here. Our 0 is here. Okay. Now try to take terms common from both sides. Okay. Let's do. So from these two, if I take out negative 2x common, so negative 2x times what is minus 2x square? 1x. And negative 2x times what is positive 10x? So it should be negative 5, because negative 5, negative 2x becomes positive 10x. Okay. And here we can take 3 times x is 3x, 3 times x minus 5 is negative 15 equal to 0. Okay. So now we have negative 2x plus 3 and x minus 5 as our factors. Now coming to roots, we will equate this one to 0 and this one to 0. So let's equate minus 2x plus 3 equal to 0, send 2x here, x will be equal to 3 by 2. Equate x minus 5 equal to 0, x will be equal to 5. Okay. Are you getting this? So these are our roots and these are our factors. Okay. Let's try and do this one. So here it is nothing is there. So 1 times 64 is, so we want two terms, P into Q should be equal to 64 and P plus Q should be equal to negative 16. What are those two terms? 8 and 8, negative 8 and negative 8, because negative 8 makes negative 16 when you add them, and when you multiply them it becomes positive 64. Okay. So I am splitting this as negative 8x and negative 8x. X square I write here like this and 64 equal to 0. Understanding? Okay. Now what is the common term here? X into x minus 8, and here negative 8 into x minus 8 equal to 0. Look, x into x is x square, x times negative 8 is minus x, minus 8 into x is negative 8x, and minus 8 into minus 8 is positive 64. Now it is x minus 8 times x minus 8 equal to 0. Here both will give you same values because both factors are same. So it has equal roots. So here x will be 8 and here also x will be 8. So it has two equal roots. There are two roots but both are equal. Okay. So thanks, and keep practicing. Try to do all the 10 questions. I have given the answer scheme, mark scheme there, the answer solutions of them. Verify your answers with that. Thanks.